Gentlemen, welcome to your spaceship. Your onboard captain is speaking. We are late for departure because I was dropping bombs like Hiroshima.
Eh, no show intro, man. No Lou wrapping the show in, pumping up the jam. Oh,
Nah, why?
why? Because it starts out. It's a ritual, like the other ritual you just participated in.
Yeah, this ritual was of dropping, dropping bombs
I
all
think
the way.
I think our weather got switched, man. It's like woke up this morning and it's like 70 something degrees. The dew point's 65, and it's like you're walking around in a fish tank or something, man. It's so thick. Be like you
Oh,
cut the air with a knife.
well, I don't know what to tell you there, buddy. It's
Yeah, well,
74 and humid outside. Walk was starting to get unbearable.
oh, cool. So you already had your walk too. Awesome.
Oh, that's what made me go want to drop bombs.
Yeah, well, things get moving, and well, damn it, all's right in the universe now. How was the
Yeah.
weekend, sir?
The weekend was, I was, playing video games all weekend
Mm-hmm. Have some fun.
and also hanging out with Peanut.
Oh, that little peanut man. What a darling. Was he behaving?
Of course, he always behaves.
Ah, he's such a good kid.
He always behaves.
Mhm.
Uh,
He just got a lovely disposition.
yep, he chilled.
Happy baby.
He wanted to play video games with me as well, so, I let him sit on
Oh,
my lap.
oh cool.
But other than that,
Hmm.
that's not the real news, man.
What's the news?
The real news is the implosion that happened of the Ocean Gate. It's such a fitting name, Ocean Gate. Get it? Ocean Gate,
Ocean
Pizza
Gate.
Gate, all these
Ocean Gate.
gates.
Yeah. Implosion.
They're saying the implosion happened way before they said, but I think they were just trying to buy time to stall.
And the intention is,
Huh?
what's the intention of stalling?
The You're asking me? I don't fucking work in media.
Well, I'm just, going along with the I'm just playing the devil's advocate.
There's no devil advocate to see here. It's just,
Yeah. Just
you
milking
know,
that story, huh?
they milked it. They had to have, like, dude, they went in there on a freaking PVC pipe, basically.
Like a potato cannon. It's
Even
only
Rex
a mile
agrees with
underwater. What could go wrong?
it. Bro, I saw this thing yesterday on Facebook. The Titanic's death sits at 8.5 Empire State Buildings. Good morning, Rex.
Hey,
Welcome.
Rex. Welcome.
Yeah, they knew what happened. They just didn't want to say nothing. They just wanted to keep them families' hopes alive, knowing damn well there was nothing they can do to save them anyway.
Any person that has technical competence that is in touch with the family, which there must be if they're having engagement with that type of vessel, would
Bro,
I would believe would actually inform them that it's not
well, the
good.
waivers that they signed showed that on the first page alone, death is a possibility. Death is this and death is that. Like the word death was on that front page more times than freaking Motley Crue ever sang a cover of America. I don't know. I'm just making some bullshit up there. But you follow what I'm saying. So you knew they were protecting their asses from everything because they know damn well death is a possibility going down there. They probably had their fucking employees sign that same waiver clause.
Yeah, and the employees will, the families are going to court saying, He knew that my son was half special needs, and he knew that he was too dumb to realize that when they said he could die, actually meant he could die. They thought it was like words from a rap song or something. It didn't mean anything.
Like, there can't be lawsuits because how do you work around that waiver?
Dude, where there's money, there's lawsuits. You need
Again,
successful. You're saying they can't be successful. We'll see.
okay, well, success.
I
They
understand
got,
what you're saying.
I believe they got more money than Ocean Gate, but I don't know.
Eh,
I mean, James Cameron went off on their asses like, bro, that shit imploded fucking days before they said it happened. That tin can wasn't gonna make it. Like they said, I didn't see, I heard there was a scientist who went down on one of them,
mhm. Yeah.
and he said it was a hell of a ride. He was scared, but they were luckily to make it back up to the surface. Maybe what
Yeah.
they should have done after, if that's the same thing that went down, they should have scrapped that one and made a new one.
Yeah, you actually learn from your mistakes. Is that what you're implying here, Lou?
Just pretty much, okay, that one made it down. The next one, this
Hmm.
next trip, it won't. So let's go
Yeah.
build a new one, and we go from there.
Yeah.
But we're not scientists. Rest in peace to the families that were lost. It is a tough, tough scenario.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it like me and the woman were talking yesterday. What is the fascination with white folks with money that want to put
like
their lives always in
it's
danger?
yeah, it's funny you say that. It's just well, it's just people with money in that general, not just white folks,
No,
right?
no, no. It's white
Rich
folks.
rich folks in general just do
Most
ignorant
rich.
things. They think that they're infallible. They get this sense of being able to defy death, and the the risk taking just it's irrational.
Look, let me be a billionaire. My ass ain't going down to no fucking Titanic. You know what?
Of
I
course
own the
not.
I own the Titanic digitally. I could watch it anytime I want.
I don't need to go down there.
I
That's
don't need to
right.
go to the bottom of the ocean. There's nothing
Yeah.
at the bottom of the ocean that I want to see.
Yeah, dude, if you're that wealthy, you can buy a probe that goes down there and see everything you'd see yourself, and without the risk of death. That's what a smart person would do. Hello. Yep, Rex
Uh,
got a comment.
yep, right. Like they're going to argue Ocean Gate was
Negligent. Yep.
negligent. You know what? Even if you could argue that, they still signed waivers.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's going to be a tough lawsuit. Like I was
mhm.
hearing,
They
they
knew
said
my son rode the Mongolian bus, and they let him sign that. They knew he rode the Mongolian bus, so he went down to the depths of the ocean and they killed him.
like if me and my if let's just say hypothetical, I want to do that dumb trip, and I'm taking my son, and my son's like, Dad, I have a bad feeling about this. We shouldn't go. I'm gonna listen to him
Yeah, well, you have no conscience if you don't.
because you know what? At the end of the day, he's my heir. He is going to carry my legacy forward.
Yeah, the only thing you leave behind in this world is your offspring. That's right.
No, it's your legacy.
Truly,
So
to truly leave behind. Hmm.
uh, I don't know, man. It's just such a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, evolution wiped out that family line, I guess. Darwin wins again.
Like it's different if it's a freak accident, and you can't control a freak accident. That's not a freak accident.
No,
That
that's called
that's
the dumb die. That's what's called.
yes, that is the die
Yeah,
that
it's
you want to be like, why?
this is the proof that a lot of money with a lot of stupidity can equal death.
It's kind of like fucking putting your life in danger in a fucking tiger pit.
Yeah, yeah, it's not too far from that in terms of the rationale.
Dude, I heard once that thing imploded, they were incinerated, so you weren't never going to find their bodies anyway. That the implosion gets as hot as being on the level of the sun. Like I'm not playing odds, man. I like my odds are far greater sitting on a toilet bowl than they are going down deep.
Yeah, that's no need for ignorant risk. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Ignorance is bliss in this society, and people just don't seem to understand that.
Sometimes stupidity doesn't pay off.
You know, stupid is, stupid does, but goddamn, don't make stupid is what stupid does a fucking household name.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
You could stay, you could stay amongst the living to enjoy your billions. Now, if I already knew something was gonna happen to me, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do something that's stupid. If I die, I die. At least I know I had already lived. 'Cause they were fairly young-ish. They weren't, over the hill yet, but they were there.
Yeah, I mean, just engaging in behavior that is going to take you out is not thinking of those that care about you, those you care about, those that matter. The simple things in life are just too valuable to make such ignorant decisions.
Freak accident. That I-95 thing
Yeah, that's different. That's a
with the
freak accident.
tanker. That's a freak accident. Another
Mhm.
freak accident was the the walkway bridge that collapsed in Miami a couple years back for the college. That's a freak accident. You know,
Mm.
those are freak accidents, and you just can't
Mhm.
you can't control that outcome. You just gotta hope for the best, pray for the best, and
Mhm.
hope that whatever happens happens. But
Mm. Hey, in other news, not sure if you want to change subject yet, but in other news, orcas disrupt boat racer near Spain in
I
latest
saw that.
display of dangerous, puzzling behavior.
I saw that. That's fucking like, bro.
Mhm.
The orcas are out to kill a bitch.
Aggra-
Hoorah, hoorah!
aggressive
Orcas are out
interactions
to kill a bitch. Yes,
off
they
the
fucking
Iberian
are.
coast. That's Spain to you and me. The Iberian
Man,
Peninsula.
I don't care if it's the fucking Mongolian Peninsula. Yo, y'all tempting fate, man. And what about that one fucking incident? I don't know what river it was, but a gentleman stuck his hand in the water to like wash his hands, and a bull shark attacked him.
Oh no, that's nasty.
Like, bro, it's fucking getting wild out there. These
Hmm.
sharks are not playing no more, bro. They're like, we want our water back, bitch. Stay out of our water.
Crazy shit,
And
man.
the orcas are like, yeah, keep bringing your boat out here, bitch. We gonna fucking tip you, motherfucker. And then we're gonna eat you. Like, I don't know, man. Something, because I believe orcas are somewhat intelligent.
They are intelligent. There's no doubt about it.
So my theory is someone fucked with a baby orca, maybe hurt him or did something, and that motherfucker figured out how to tip a boat and started passing that message to other orcas because they do things in synchronicity.
Yeah, they're one of, as we said before, they're one of the few animals that hunts purely for sport. They will kill just for sport, and they will not eat. That's
Unless it's a shark, they kill that bitch for fun.
yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. They kill for sport. You know,
Oh, that yeah,
yeah.
you're right there. But they'll eat that motherfucker. That's food.
They eat sharks.
I believe so.
Well, okay,
If they
I didn't
kill it, I
know that.
believe they eat it. I could be wrong.
Well, I know they kill baby whales just for the hell of it when they're
Baby
with their
whales,
mothers. Yeah.
baby seals.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, it's like, yo, you're putting, I mean, as soon as you get on your boat, you're putting your life in danger because you just don't know what's in the ocean. You're fucking with shit that what was the percentage they said we haven't even discovered yet? We'd like
Oh,
only discovered 15% of the ocean compared to the masses out there.
you're talking about different species and areas.
Yeah, you
Oh
don't
yeah,
know what's
sure.
down there. You don't like.
There's certainly undiscovered. The more you learn, the more, just like the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. The more you get educated, the more information that you become humble because you realize there's so much more to everything. And of course, there's tons of different species and animals out there that we're unaware of.
Dude, I did not know this. We know about the Mariana Trench. That's the
Yeah,
deepest part of the ocean, whatever,
yeah, the
whatever.
Marianas. Yep.
So I didn't know this, but Puerto Rico has the same thing, just not as deep as the Mariana. I think they got the second deepest part of the ocean off their coast
Mm-hmm.
that also sits on a fault line.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, bro, like I'll be tempting fate. Like I like to go out on the boat, but I know our oceans aren't that deep out here. They're deep enough because you can
Lou,
get a ship through the channel.
Lou looks through the news every time just before he goes on the boat. Any orcas near Florida lately? Any orcas around here?
Actually, I do not listen to news. I don't watch news, but
Neither
it's
do I.
like you're tempting fate when you go out on the boat. But I don't do nothing stupid on the boat. Neither does my cousin. Like he keeps to the boat rules and shit like that, like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But bro, I found out yesterday a fucking two boats collided in the channel of the port of Miami that resulted in death, and it not stranded, but it kept three ships from docking out in port because they had to clear the wreckage because they didn't want to take no chances of the wreckage damaging one of the ships when they were coming into port.
Yeah, there's well, you've probably seen it. There's a lot of ignorance out there on the water. There's people that they've got the boat on full acceleration and they're just sitting back sipping and having a good time playing music, and so somebody else is doing the same thing, and maybe their odds of colliding aren't so high, but it still happens, man.
Or two jet skis collide because they're being dumb.
Yep.
Like, yo, you need to like pay attention to what you're fucking doing. You got people's lives in your hand
Yep.
when you're driving that shit.
Yep.
But
Sometimes the people just engage in tremendous risk when they're getting their thrills, and they don't realize the risk until it's just a little too late.
right? You know, it's fun to be a thrill seeker, but Jesus Christ, be a thrill seeker the right way, where you're not risking other people.
Yeah. Here's a weird one. I don't watch the news much either, but this morning I looked up some weird news stuff that we could bring up here, and I see a drug syndicate hid meth in Canadian maple syrup, corn oil bound for down under. Authorities say.
Okay.
Yeah, you want some corn oil or canola oil and Canadian maple syrup? We got the meth hidden inside of it.
Was it like part of the shit where they had to dry it out and get the
Yeah,
meth back?
I'm
Or
guessing.
was it hiding in the box and it was covered with a layer of like syrup
Oh,
and
yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna just imagine that you ever see those plastic containers for maple syrup? They're like jugs and they're not see through.
uh-huh.
I would guess something along that line. And
Or putting it in a nice airtight bag to where it doesn't leak into it and into the syrup and shit like that?
no, I'm thinking they just took the non see through containers for the maple syrup. And being a drug syndicate, they probably can buy the lids that go on the tamper-proof lids, so it looks like it's never been opened. They just screw them on that way, and then just ship it with the powdered contents inside the jug. You can't discern whether it's a liquid when it's that viscous. It's not like you can hear it swishing in there too much. So you have to open it to see that. But for the the canola oil, you I guess you know what you do have some containers of canola oil that are not see through. That's not common, but it's possible. Just kind of like those big orange juice jugs that are not see through. You could do that. Anyways, don't take a lot of imagination for these guys. There's just tons of ways. I mean, you got a spare tire that gets. You ever see the types of spare tires that kind of drop down from a pulley on your back of your vehicle? It could just take a spare tire and fill it up with drugs all sealed up, and you can have that thing been sterilized and you know decontaminated for a period of time before you decide to put it back under the vehicle and transport it across the border, or who knows. There's these guys, man. There's a million ways for these guys to pull this stuff off.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
You hear about this idiot Illinois man charged after telling police he shot himself in leg during dream about home intruder. Oh Lord, man!
why
You
they
gotta
arrest?
be. You can imagine this guy wakes up having a bad dream, reaches for his gun, and shoots towards his feet.
But why did they
That's
arrest?
that's sad. Well, probably discharging a firearm, maybe in an urban area or something. Who knows?
It's in
Gun
his home. I mean,
shots
he's the idiot
fired.
who shot himself. I mean,
Right, but
that's like
right.
punishment enough.
Yeah, well, there's certain city limits where you're not supposed to discharge a firearm, but it is kind of sad. It's a mistake. So I mean, of course, it's suburban Chicago, so that tells you there's probably woke prosecutors in the area that don't want people to even have guns because the criminals are the only ones that should have the guns because they'll follow the law, right? They won't have guns if they're told they're not allowed to have them, right? Criminals are very obedient to the law.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense in terms of being Chicago. Any other suburb or something, or areas where there isn't a woke type of prosecutors are going to be like, man, the dude shot himself in the foot. I don't think we need to charge him with anything. The guy's already, it's like, really, you just charge a firearm where you're not supposed to have one in a municipality. Well, the guy's in the hospital, so let's just leave it be. I don't think he's going to make that mistake again. But one could argue, well, you put the neighbor at risk or so forth, because that's true. Anybody who even fires a bullet that is anything other than straight up into the air, there's
It's
a good chance it's not a good chance it could hit someone, but if it hits someone, it's certainly lethal. The ones that get fired straight up into the air, those will come down with a velocity that's significant, but it's not like one that's fired on on an angle where it actually still keeps its velocity before it hits something.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Crazy bazy. Fuck yeah. What else you got? Because I don't really have nothing on my stuff.
High art becomes body art as visitor to Amsterdam's Rembrandt House Museum gets inked. Yeah, okay, I could do without that one. I
Yeah.
like the Jimmy Buffett song of, and don't take this personal to the audience because there's tons of people got tattoos these days. But Jimmy Buffett's got a song, a permanent reminder of a temporary feeling, going out and getting a tattoo.
You know, when I was a kid, I thought about one, but I never did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back now, and I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, we got an older woman, probably in her, I don't know, upper 60s, early 70s, just two doors down, and her arms are covered in tattoos.
And
And
she's probably
she's
old
an
and
old
wrinkly,
lady.
and it looks nasty
Well,
now.
I mean, she's a sweetheart. You don't get that impression when you first see her. It's ignorant to judge somebody that you don't know, but we know her, so it's not like we judge her based on her appearance. But you also know that others that see her might have this fear of what the hell. But she's a sweetheart. What
I'm
are you
just
gonna do?
like, what you do with your body is your choice. Is my motto.
Yeah,
I don't
of course.
compare. I don't care. Like my cousins are tatted up. That's their prerogative. I've just never been one to, and I don't like women who are tatted up.
Yeah, I'm the same way. That's
A
not a
simple
joke.
tattoo is one
Hmm.
thing, but if you're fully
Yeah.
tatted up,
Mm.
it's a turn off.
Yeah. I think it was funny when we saw that Gina Visconti's girlfriend got a tattoo by her right by her thigh or her hip bone. It's like, okay, you might live to regret that one. Hey, I know you don't talk about those folks.
I don't care about those folks. That is their business.
No, here's a funny one. No ifs and or buts. Protesters drop pants to protest climate change at Massachusetts State House.
And
Oh,
what does
yes.
that do?
Yeah, right. Well, you give you the moon, I guess.
Drop your pants and show your pecker? I mean, what are you doing?
Or how about a 28-year-old woman accused of posing as Louisiana high school student? Now, what was her motive there? She wanted to hook up with some young men?
Good Lord.
Oh, actually, it says here she posed as a 17-year-old student to learn English, and she was arrested along with her mother.
Go to night school.
Why'd they arrest her mother? Is she in the school too? Yeah,
That's
no
my
shit.
thing.
Go to night school, right?
Yeah, you can learn English in night school.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the best place to learn English nowadays is watching TV.
Well, yeah, you can learn a lot. I know I learned a lot of proper Italian by watching TV.
You know, you're gonna get the basic shit in the school. Go watch some television programs. You'll learn all that shit real quick.
Yeah.
You'll learn the good English, like
You
"fuck
learn,
you."
well, yeah, the good thing about when you learn languages is that you learn phrases. So you will have the verbs conjugated properly with the phrase, and so then you're picking up things that show a command of the language, or actually they help you to gain a command of the language when you're using phrases like that, that are actually out of context,
Yep.
from a context rather.
So oh man. But how was your weekend, man? Did you do anything exciting?
Um,
Cut, cut the
something
grass.
new and exciting was computational fluid dynamics again.
Oh, jeez.
I'm almost done. I'm actually starting to write the report, so I'll be wrapping that up soon. And it's a pretty long process. So,
And
but
then you're gonna wrap this project up and get ready for the next one.
yeah, so that'll be good. I'm excited to finish that up. And I don't know, we had some good food this weekend. Wife cooked up some delicious treats, and I think we had lamb, some of our homemade Italian sausage. We make our own special recipe, so we don't have to eat stuff with garbage and corn syrup and maltodextrine and all kinds of things you can't pronounce. That's in your food. Um,
Can't
so yeah, we
pronounce
had some
that.
delicious treats, in terms of meal preparation. And we relaxed a little bit. I got to be honest. I was a workaholic this past weekend, though. I'm trying to wrap the things up. So that's the thing about being self-employed. It's not like you got Saturdays and Sundays off. It's a little different.
Well, technically you do if you want them.
You do, but if let's just put it this way: if when you're doing like a computational fluid dynamic and you're participating in design changes in order to improve the system's function and performance, you're trying stuff. So each run you do may be completely unfruitful depending on what's going on. You're looking at the behavior of particles in a system, and then you see like certain things happening in the flow, and you want to disrupt those things by doing things with geometry that can kind of improve your performance. And sometimes, you find out things are a little different than you might have anticipated, and that's why you simulate. It's called simulation because you're simulating the real world environment by a program, so you can get multiple different designs tried out. And this is getting boring for you, I'm sure, but
No, you were simulating the Borg.
you will assimilate.
You gotta.
Resistance is futile.
Oh shit! I gotta research him. Damn it, and him. Fuck. Yeah, you
I'm
gotta do
living.
what you
I
gotta
lived in
do.
a simulation this past weekend, so maybe Elon's right.
Oh boy, Elon and fucking Mark Zuckerberg want a box.
Yeah,
They want to get in a cage together. That shit's funny.
yeah. I saw just bits and pieces of Zuckerberg doing a judo fight with Lex Friedman, and I couldn't watch it. I just couldn't watch it.
So this dude starts a coup and then gets paid $6.5 billion to end the coup.
Oh, are you talking about Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah. In other horse manure news, yeah. So, yeah, that's we call these psyops. Most of us.
I mean,
You
good
honestly
lord.
think Putin's going to pay somebody a bunch of money without cutting his throat later? I mean, let's be real. You
You could
know,
be right. You could be
well,
right.
you got to remember too, though. You got a nation like that, and if you and this is common too to do in the states. You want the nation to bond together under the threat of risk. This is what those in power do. You want a nation to bond together under the threat of risk. There's fear, there's anxiety, and there's like, oh no, look what's happened. Then we got to stick together. And this is a tool of manipulation that's used by, well, maybe brilliant but evil people to, to conduct a psyop on the people and to further strengthen their regime and their system. And so we don't know what the truth is. In the end, you never really know for sure what's going on, but I suspect that. And then of course the media jumping all over it. This is a pure opportunity. Like, hey, look, there's a chance that they might go down. Look, with all our money in Ukraine's helping. It's all a bunch of crap as far as I'm concerned.
Who thinks it's the money in Ukraine helping? Because it's not.
Well, you got to understand the spin, right? Spin the way people see as an opportunity to spin things for the deep state. Anyways, you can see when the talking points are identical phrases from multiple sources. They never copy each other exactly unless it's being fed to them from some deep state source. I
Um,
mean, it's not common for someone who creates to release information and creative material to just come blatantly copy another source, so that when they're all saying the same thing, it tells you a little something what's going on.
yeah.
Anyways,
Oh man. Let me change something real quick. I've got to update an account. Where the fuck do I need to go? Account settings. No, that's fine. That's fine. Where the fuck is my payment thing at in this stupid thing?
Conor McGregor knocks out Heat mascot in bizarre promotion at NBA Finals. I'm just
Yeah,
telling the story here in case people don't want to hear about you browsing through a personal account stuff.
that's old.
Yeah,
Conor McGregor thing. And
yeah,
then
it's
that
old stuff.
same news thing, he got lit up with accusations of rape.
Really?
Yeah.
So was that like a diversion tactic?
I don't know if it's a diversion tactic, but in that, like, he did what he did there, and he he took it a little too far. He sent the mascot to the hospital.
Yeah,
I
that's
I think he actually connected one of the punches because in the mask you really don't know where they are and stuff like that. So he connected. The dude goes to the hospital. Supposedly some heavier set chick is accusing him of rape in the bathroom. But then that same chick shows him. There's other video of them hanging out at a club. So it's like I think it's more of a money grab in her sense, or maybe she did want to have sex with him, and he's like, "Nah, bitch, we good. I'm not doing that with you."
you never know. You don't know what the
Yeah, you
truth
don't
is.
know.
I don't know him. I
I
don't know his
believe,
character.
I believe he is married. I'm not 100%
Hmm.
sure on that. But even
Hmm.
if he wasn't married, accusations, it's why do you put yourself in these positions? That's my thing. Is like, yo, you've got money. You could enjoy a certain lifestyle that most people dream of, and yet you put yourself in these positions to where you can be screwed over at any given moment.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of high risk for celebrities and the wealthy folks that are wealthy. It's a lot of risk that people want to just get a
Dude, if I
money
had
grab.
if I had that kind of money, I'm going to have security around me to keep away the riffraff, to keep me from putting myself in any type of trouble. And you can't have a bunch of yes men around you. You need a
Yeah, you're
couple of people
right.
to be like, yo, you can't do this, man. This ain't right.
There's a lot of wisdom in that statement for sure, Lou. That's one of the dangers of people that are in positions of power and wealth is if they get a bunch of yes men around them, things can become a disaster in a real hurry. You got to have that conciliere, like in The Godfather, where the guy tells you, "Hey, look, you're paying me to tell you when you disagree with me." And I want to hear somebody that would disagree with me because that can help me to catch my own mistakes. This is something a wise person does.
Seriously.
Hmm.
You need. Well, I bet you if those billionaires had a bunch of fucking no men, they'd still be here today.
Yeah, might be. See, a lot of times though, these folks take a lot of risks, and they haven't listened to others, and because they haven't listened to others, they've succeeded tremendously in some ways. But there has to be a balance, and sometimes the judgment just isn't quite there. They have enough judgment and risk taking to succeed, but then that risk taking also causes their demise. It's a delicate balance.
It
Hey,
is.
I got a story here that we might have to get an update from Mr. Shepherdini. It's a mystery llama on the loose in Scotland.
There's a what?
An- animal rescue a llama. Animal rescuers in Scotland are trying to find the owner of a llama on the loose in Aberdeenshire. We'll have to ask Mr. Shepherdini if he can run out there in his in his Scottish garb and see if he can find this llama. I'm not sure what he's going to do if he catches him, but we'll have to have Mr. Shepherdini come on.
Yep. Rex is like, bring in Ship. Man, I haven't heard from Ship in a couple days.
Hmm. Man, he put some crazy pictures on Twitter, man. I get laughing my ass off sometimes. He's got one of snot running down his face. It's just so repulsively disgusting, but you just laugh your ass off.
I don't know. I don't, like I said, bro. Twitter is like Boring.
Yeah. Some crazy stuff on there sometimes.
There are a lot of folks whose hands are on the failure of the season. So yeah, Twitter, huh? Twitter is so boring.
My wife was telling me there's Shepherdini must have saw somebody had a old toilet. You know how people put stuff out on the lawn in front on the garbage day. Somebody put an old toilet out in the front lawn, and Shepherdini's got a video of himself pissing in it on the street.
Okay. I mean, at least she hasn't seen the video of Shep taking a shit in the toilet.
Oh, he has one of those too.
Oh, he's a character.
We gotta have him on. There's certain risks in that. Ask him to find that llama.
He is a funny individual.
Yeah, he's a risk taker for sure.
He's a risk taker. He does what he likes. That's the one thing I enjoy about Shep. He's one of those. He's kind of got my sense of thinking.
Wildness, huh?
Not even wildness. It's just you can't take nothing too serious.
Yeah.
You can't take nothing too serious, and you just got to learn to let things just go with the flow. That's just me, but you know what? It's just what it is. Oh, look at this. The best relationships is when you can act like lovers and best friends at the same time. Tell that to your woman, and I bet you she'll drop her panties for you right now.
Hey, just got to read that article for a little bit of foreplay.
You know she'll drop the panties, and you'll be swimming in the guts. You'll be swimming in the guts when she comes.
Some ambiance.
Oh, man. Fucking, let me see. I'm looking for some other stuff. Karma says a person who truly loves you will be angry at you sometimes, but will never leave you. That's not karma. That's just a dumb bitch.
All great relationships have their moments, good and bad. That's what we call living.
You gotta
Mm-hmm.
oh boy. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here. I'm drawing blanks, man. Oh, what the? I would like to sit there and say to all the individuals who think this pertains to a discussion we were having the other day, you're an idiot. If you honestly think I was talking about a certain individual doing any video activity with I or Ky. We were just saying in general that the gentleman just speaks to us. Well, speaks to me. I can't speak for Ky, but I can speak for myself. So there's that.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in that.
Yeah, it is. It's just some folks just are dumb.
Yeah, not our audience. We got a lot of smart people, talented. They just want to start their day out right with a little bit of laughter and happiness. And
You just, you
that's
can't
that's
always. You know what they say: when you assume too much, you make an ass of yourself.
oh, that's true. There's some
Now,
wisdom in that statement.
oh man, it is what it is, though.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Now, highest form of flattery is continuing to be obsessed with our show.
I guess.
Yeah.
Loving the ship, man.
It's a muggy Monday morning over here, and
They're
that's
gonna
why
sit there. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I tried to tune in. Oh my god, it was so boring. Oh my god, blah 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 blah."
it's a pork Monday morning marinade and meatballs. Get you some Caccio in the morning. Brought to
Oh,
you by StreamYard indirectly.
it is powered by StreamYard, baby.
That's right. And they are kind enough to allow us to grace you with our presence. So thank you very kindly.
You know that StreamYard boy. Ooh, let's see, Bubble. Nope, no, that's just that. Classic for us. Minimal. Wow, that's minimal. Minimally dumb.
Yeah.
Block.
You're doing
Yeah,
adjustments.
dumb. Hmm. We'll go back to classic. Then I mean we could do this one. Oh boy, live with StreamYard, baby.
That's right, baby. Catch up with your StreamYard, where you go fishing for fun, morning entertainment, and excitement.
Shit,
Don't drool, though.
I gotta thank the StreamYards, man. They giving us this opportunity to be fucking great, great providers of mediocre content.
No, this content is prime
Mediocre.
content. It's prime
This
content.
this content right now has towards the staggered end has been a little mediocre. When we first started, that bitch was grade A beef. Now we've done falling off the edge.
No, we're going back up the hill. It just takes time. It just takes time. This is an exciting podcast morning way to start your day, and it just
Ah
takes some
man.
time to get rolling again, get the wheels turning, and get some momentum. You got to put the garbage behind and move forward into the high life.
Yeah, garbage. Ooh, garbage man came late today.
Yeah, we had garbage pickup last week, towards the end of the week.
You only get garbage pickup once a week?
That's right.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. What if your garbage can gets full?
It's never happened to us.
Like, god damn. Everywhere I've lived, I had garbage pickup twice a week.
Yeah. Well, we're
Mondays
not. Mm-hmm.
here it's Mondays and Fridays. When I lived in my home, that was Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah, we have those big totes with the wheels on the bottom.
That's right, Rex. We gotta warm up the pork grease. We gotta get that grease bubbling.
That's right. Rendered down pork goodness, ready to cook some cracklings in, which I
No,
don't
gotta
eat actually.
I gotta render that pork grease, get it primed right so I could,
Yeah,
make some more bacon.
I prefer beef tallow, but to each their own. Grass-fed beef tallow, that is.
Good morning. You
Good.
know all beef is fed with grass in a sense.
Well, we've talked about this a little bit before, but the omega-6 to omega-3 fat ratio of truly grass-fed meat is like 3-1. So there's 3 times as many omega-6s than there are omega-3s. The omega-3s are really good for you. Now, when you go to grain-fed stuff or finished on grain, that ratio can be as much as 20-1 or even 50-1. And I don't have to tell you, omega-6 fats
See,
they cause inflammation. They're not
you,
healthy
my
for you.
friend, you're just being a super nerd when it comes to all this omega and all this omega.
No, this isn't nerd stuff. This is just health, man. This is just wellness. It's good
Yeah, well,
information. It's valuable. It keeps you from having inflammation in your life.
you want to keep having from inflammation? Get you a woman that likes to play a lot.
Well, no, that's inflammation there, but it's just selective inflammation where you want it.
That's right, baby.
And you can reciprocate by giving where she wants it.
That's right, baby.
Oh, she's like, hey, baby, will you please give me some of that inflammation? It's French. Inflammation.
Oh man. You give her all that bacon grease. You giving her all that omega 6,
Yeah.
baby. Yeah, chicken.
No, omega threes, omega threes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of folks they'll take fish oil supplements,
yes, I
and
do.
oh, do you? That's great. Yeah, if you had allergies like I do, I take DHA supplements, which
You
when
know,
if yeah,
my allergies. I never had allergies until I got older,
hmm
or maybe I had them. They just never really affected me until I got older. Man, today, oh, excuse me, my nose.
hmm.
Because my allergies, I get a runny nose.
Yeah, but I don't hear bookers today like
Oh,
sometimes.
because as soon as I got up, I noticed when I was in the bathroom, my nose was running. I was like, oh, let me go take my allergy pill.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
So I took my allergy pill. I don't got no boogers. Maybe I
Well,
do got boogers. I just haven't picked them yet.
yeah. Well, water is a natural antihistamine, so if you're drinking enough water, it helps with that too.
Man, I drink a lot of water. I mean, I drink a bottle of water every night while
Oh,
I'm sleeping.
that's cool. While you're sleeping, that's dangerous.
Well, I get up, go pee, drink some water, and lay back down. Get up a
Yeah.
few hours later, pee again.
Well, that's another thing that you'll notice if you. And I'm not suggesting this to you, but it's one of the things that I've noticed is that like 9 years ago, it's changed the way we eat, and I noticed that I never ever get up at night to go to the bathroom, and that's something that you notice when you change your lifestyle to
Oh boy,
more
you and your
of
damn fucking being
evolutionary.
a vampire.
What's that?
You being a damn vampire, you eat once a day. You like to suck someone's blood
Oh
once a day, or
no,
and
I'm
then
not a
give you your
vampire.
pill.
No, I'm eating a
But would you
natural.
say you're a covert? What is that word again? A
Which one?
convor? A covert?
Carnivore. Yeah, I eat meat, man.
It sounds like you're a vampire, man. You want to go
No,
suck on someone's blood? I'm a carnivore.
that's a little bit different. I
What
not
is
like
wrong
the
with that?
vampires. I like the garlic. I like the silver. I no like the vampires.
Shit, you a daywalker.
Daywalker. I walk on the walls, baby. Straight up that building.
Daywalker.
They arrested a British man for scaling a building in
Oh,
public.
what?
Well, what kind of building wouldn't you scale that's not in public?
Oh,
But yeah, some British guy climbing a building. I don't think it was Mr. Shepardini, Chef Shepardini.
well, Mr. Shepardini's not British. He's
Doesn't that
Scottish.
sound like a good name, Chef Shepardini?
He's got a new show coming soon. Shut down.
Well, he's a member of the Great British Empire, so isn't he British by that?
I don't know, man. He's Scottish. I don't think he claims the Brits. The Brits.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Even the Irish are part of Great Britain, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know, you convador.
We gotta get Shep on Shepardini. So you say he's not
Him
British.
when
He's Scottish, but Shepardini sounds like an Italian name. Chef Shepardini. If he's a good cook, well, that's what I call him. Maybe he's cooking the pizzas too when he's doing some of that
actually,
part time work.
I don't even think Shepardini is even his real last name.
No, probably not. But it sounds
That's his
Italian.
stage name.
Of course, yeah.
'Cause I think his real name is on my Facebook. I'm not
Oh,
100%
cool.
sure.
hmm Well, we don't want to out his name.
No, I don't.
We
Unlike
don't.
some, unlike
We
some
don't
other.
engage in that kind of behavior on here because we have goodwill towards others.
Sometimes
I do.
I don't.
Yeah, I do. I think we can all get along. We got to find our way
Could we? Could we all get along?
swimming through this world.
Can we all get along? So with that statement there, I could bring back Jason.
uh, I think he left of his own fruition. It's not the not
I
not
got
a,
you. I got
no.
you there.
You didn't get me. No, when I say we can all get along, is we can have good intentions and hope for the best. It's different when we have behavior that actually results with consequences. Like don't say this, and then you say it, and then you say, well, okay, it didn't work last time. Don't say this, and then you say it again. Well, these are things that we call consequences. That doesn't mean you can't get along. You can
Well,
get
I mean,
along.
maybe he was trying to channel his inner me.
Inner me.
Yeah,
He's got
because
an inner you.
maybe he's trying to channel me a little bit by saying fucking zinky doink and doinky
I,
donk.
I don't know, man. I don't like the sounds of that. Jason Lou. It just don't sound right. It don't have the right ring to it.
You gotta understand, man. When we first started on someone's network, those were the stipulations, and I had to program myself, but every now and then it would just slip
Right, I understand.
because you're just so used to certain conversation.
right, but from show to show, and well, it's a lot of things. It's judgment, it's interaction, it's talking over, it's not letting someone respond. These kind of
Oh,
things all matter. That
dude,
just it's just good
I talk.
decorum, good
We
good
talk over each
manners,
other all the
consideration.
time.
Yeah, but not in a blatant way with intent.
It's always with intent.
Not really. I
It
don't ever
is.
talk over you with intention.
Well, you
In
may
fact,
not
if
do it, but you need to learn how to
well,
do it.
you see right there, I started to say something, but I realized you were saying, so I stopped. This is what we
But it could
call
also
being
be
polite.
a delay in communication.
Oh, synchronization.
Yeah, because you got
Synchronization.
to think about it. You're living in the boondocks. I'm living in the East Block, and he's living in the West Block. But the synchronicity isn't there because we're all separated. We're not in the same venue. Maybe if we were in the same venue, the over talking wouldn't be a possibility. I mean, it still could be. I don't know. But you got to understand also that these people like to watch a lot of over talkers, so they think that's what show business is, and they don't understand.
Yeah. Well, people don't want to hear that. The audience doesn't want to hear two people talking at once, and it's just common courtesy. Not to mention to each other and respect and understanding and appreciation, and those things have to be there. And so when those things are missing, that there's certain consequences. That's all.
The consequence. But
Yes. It
ladies and
is
gentlemen,
inconsequential.
we would like to thank you for pumping up the jam on
Yeah.
this Pork Monday morning
Thanks for
marinated meatballs. Get you
yeah,
some.
yeah. Thanks for joining us.
We'll probably be back tomorrow with Titty Tuesdays.
Oh, sole mio.
Whatever he said.
Ci vediamo. Skål. Nastrovia.
Pork and
Cheers.
beans.
Pork and beans?
Oh,
Nope.
that sounds
Just
good.
true carnivore here, baby. Give me a steak. Fired up.
With some mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms. A little bit of onions. Not pure carnivore, but mostly.
Ugh, hatui, I spit on
Little
your carnivore.
garlic. Yes.
Okay.
You like the garlic?
A little bit of garlic to give it a little bit of flavor.
Yeah. Put some spice in your life with the chef Lou Caccio.
No,
In the morning.
maybe.
Ciao, baby.
Fuck off.